All right. Hello, everybody. Ryan here from Precision Trading Labs in New York City. Coming at you with a weekly video. Um, I'm doing this today on Friday. Last week I was doing on Monday here. So Mitch was out, so I couldn't do it last week. So I had to cover bases for our trading community and so on. So I'm going to jump in. Markets closed. Let's see what we could potentially looking at next week. I got that disclaimer up, so I'm going to talk while you guys look at that, and then I'll get rid of it. But let's the news. The world's telegraphing. Someone is that the Iranians could potentially attack Israel, causing gold spike today. Well, look, maybe I'll look at crude in just a second. I think that did too. And put it this way, if it does this weekend, it's going to spike. That being said, so the Iranians really going to telegraph? Like, I mean, they're a very strong country. They're going to telegraph to Israel, or are they just going? It's going to be a surprise. Is what it is. It's one way of stopping it. Is like maybe they feed it into the news. I don't know. Not my business, right? I'm just here to react to what the charts tell me. So let's get into that, and I will tell you what I see in the charts and what I'm sharing with my community. And at the end of the day, it's be cautious. I could do this video 365 and say be cautious. But that being said, literally, this with like news coming out, much like in October, I did a video about the October 7th attack on that Sunday. I think it was on a Saturday. Sunday night, I did a video. I said, it's going to cause problems for the next day or two, and then see what happens. But all right, let's get rid of this and let's jump into the charts. All right, so I've got the SPY up here. The SPY, this is the inflation number, bing, and then we recovered a little bit, dropped a little bit, recovered. Right now we're sitting in yields. Notice this is a blue box, and my students who are watching this, the yellow box is the official, of Precision Trading Labs, means a good trade. This is just like an area that I'm thinking maybe is more support than it is demand. I don't like it. I don't like that it closed into it. A lot's going to happen for the Sunday night futures depending on what happens with world events. So we have to wait till 9:30 Monday morning to see what's going to happen. So I would not be waiting for anything. I would just the fresh eyes Monday morning and no Monday morning quarterback. Okay, this is just where the SPY is. We're still not all that far from new highs. That being said, if we do gap below this, we could fill that gap down there, and there's no fresh demand to force it. I mean, I guess that's bad. All right, so hold on, I'll change that back. This is good quality demand right there. And this is a daily chart. If I start messing around looking at, a 4-hour, 2-hour, I probably could find something, but let's just stick to the daily for right now so I don't waste a ton of time. But that's where we are in the SPY. We're a long ways from that. Could we get there? Sure. Let's see what happens. If the Iranians attack Israel and Israel has to counter, all kinds of bad things happen from there. Nothing good. Let's put it that way. We could give up all these gains that people saw, and the market get really volatile. I think there was even a spike in the VIX today, but it's a story on the SPY. Well, I'm going to take my time. Let's go through Qs. And looks like we did some analysis here. Similar story, but worse. I mean, I could almost reason that SPY level is still pretty good. That's not as good on the Qs. That happens. That's the equivalent level there on the SPY. And it's still a ways away. I mean, and tech is really propping the market up. All right, so we got a little areas here that we can work with. I'm kind of marking these off for myself more so than you guys watching this. So yeah, we have some demand, but it's still a ways away. Quality, anyway, quality demand. Keep that word in your head. I only look for quality. Doesn't mean I'm always right, just means I'm always looking for the same thing. That's I can judge my what I'm doing. So we're all the way up here. This is all tested. So like all in here, this is more of a support area right there. And I'm thinking that's more of a something that's a little bit more dangerous. So if we break below that, yeah, could we see some real downside pressure? Really could, you know. We could be looking at some pain for, and who knows how long it'll be. Maybe just a couple of days, couple of weeks, we'll head short. No big deal. I think it. Yeah, we trade the IWM kind of regularly here, especially with puts and calls. Let me just get some of this off. It's going to be. Um, so this doesn't look all that different, but I'd say it looks a little bit better here. Let me get that off. Hold on 1 second. This little zone here, my one of my students, Dale, has got a debit spread on it, right around this area here. This closed outside of it. That's kind of a good sign. Again, I think it's just a bad move to hold over the weekend when potentially, news is coming out that, now if it doesn't happen, maybe the market rallies. There's that idea too. I'm not willing to, guys. When you live and die off of trading here, you actually want to take less and less risk and only be looking for what you want. What you want in this market. So that's where we are. So BM. Just for fun, we'll look at GLD. Yeah, steady march upward this week. Oh, we gave up a little bit today. Wow, I didn't. Why is that? Interesting. Let me see. That's something. Some profit taking in gold. Let's see. Mark my words. If something comes out in the market, it's interesting. Maybe nothing happens. Market rallies Monday. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Let's get into some equities. I can't do all of them today, but I know. Start with Apple. We'll work Apple, Google, Tesla. Oh wow. There's a little level there. I was looking at in the coaching call the other day, and wow, I told them to stay away. Wow, okay, bad. I didn't like this area here. I mean, it's like it didn't really start to. You'd be up a little bit, but not much to write home about. Yeah, so this is a 2-hour chart of Apple. One of my students was asking about this sell-off here. Not for holding over the weekend. Not for holding over the weekend. Not for my students. Um, that. Wow, not a lot here, and I'm on it. So let me just go up daily. Yeah, Mitch had this over here. Uh, yeah, I guess I could see this being a little too much thinking here, guys. So I'm gonna take a. I'm not gonna say anything's overly qualified here. I think I like that a little bit more than where it is currently. So I think we talked about this last week too. So like in here, I like that as potential supply. Um, Something like this. Uh, when it's not clean like that, I'm taking that off, guys. I don't really want to talk too much about that. I don't want to only give you high quality stuff that you're happy to see. So, nothing really to worry at home about on Apple. That's another thing. So that's a bearish sign right there. Apple, let's look at Google. Because we looked at it on a coaching call, so I kind of have it ready already. Yeah, so I like that on Google, and you can see that looks a little bit like that level there that kissed and worked. Um, you know, Calmly Fresh Eyes Monday morning. That's going to be the takeaway of this video. Watch out for when the Iranians tell you they're going to do something. Let's say, or whatever. Maybe it doesn't happen. Market rallies, but we get a pullback to here. I like this level a lot. Just going to see what the market does on Monday morning now. Google, so the Tesla. Yeah, it's been kind of a mess. Yeah, still kind of sitting at this demand zone. Yeah, it's starting to work well. Like it, popped in a $20 move. That's pretty good for. Nah, it's okay, but we need another leg up for really to make that worthwhile. Other than that, this is a complete coin flip, and then we have some supply up here, just above 200 to 205. and 197 to 205. So right within the 200 psychological level. They do have earnings coming up. Just stay away from earnings, guys. Just stay away. A lot of ways to make it work if you made me, but why? That's Tesla. So quick look at NVIDIA. Someone did ask me about Bitcoin. I think I will look at Bitcoin. All right, give me a second here. So we got demand somewhere in there. No supply, clean supply above. That's a good sign for the bulls. And NVIDIA is a. All right. So this looks just like Google, funny enough. All right. So we got all kinds. Let me take all this off. Just start fresh. All right. So there's a 2 hour chart of NVIDIA. We're sitting here. And it's sitting right above nice demand. Now, if a gap's below it, there's no trade, so it doesn't cost you anything. But you got to see where the open is on Monday. Got to see where we open on Monday. And the tone of the market is bleeding red. Is it just kind of like, oh, okay, nothing happened, something happened, whatever. And then we got the area there. I like a lot. And it's created on its way up on the 2 hour, a couple of low quality levels. All right, so that's where we are in NVIDIA. I don't call this the most bullish pattern, but it is NVIDIA. So, but let's see how this shakes out and this below here. If we take out both of those, there's going to be a problem in the market. But all in all, I like these two areas, and then I will quickly look at Bitcoin, and we will call it a day. So start with the daily. Um, that supply worked really well. I think even Mitch reviewed that video, but we've been in this range here for a while. See that? So it's either going to break high or low. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. I know, but if we break lower, funny enough, I think that could actually be assuaged by this area here. I like this quite a bit. I'm not going to go on a lower time frame just because I don't think nothing's going to clearly say, okay, get short. We have this supply area worked out really well twice. So if it gets its legs, could break out, but it's just a complete coin flip. It could just as easily break down as it could break out. So, and I'm not sure. I don't do breakouts. I don't do breakouts very often. So, all in all, I would wait for a pullback to this area down here. I'll throw some lines on. So this is where we're sitting. I expect price to come down here at some point, whatever. Maybe if we do break, hopefully we'll get down there, and that's a really nice demand zone. Look at that move right there. Just as easily could break out to new highs, but for me, I'm looking for my signal, and that's all I care. My trigger. Okay. All right. With that, guys, I think I hit enough good quality setups, even though, again, my word of caution on the Iran news, just stay flat until Monday. And even on Monday morning, you know, see the tone of the market, see how it is. And then I would say proceed with caution from there. Maybe the Iranians are going to do something when they telegraph it, or the Israelis leaked it. Whatever happens, happens. Hopefully, is everyone safe? And world turmoil would be nice, but let's see, the market could just as easily rally if nothing happens over the weekend, or it could dump on anything that does happen. So just be very careful. If you're not careful, that's how you lose money. And people, trading is BS because of that. got to enter this like a business. You got to start being cautious with the right tone of letting your, you know, trying to make money, but you preserve capital first. So with that, I'm going to call it a day, guys. If you go to the link in the description, if you guys have any questions, I have a free download in there for a free report, and also my calendar link if you want to have a conversation with me, show you how we trade, what we trade, the different styles we trade, or the different instruments, all that kind of good stuff. I can show you forex, futures, options, even a little crypto, and then you know, we'll take it from there to one calendar link for, if you click it, you'll see my availability on the days. Click it and then enter some simple information. You'll get on my calendar. I'll get a notification and we'll meet at that specific time on Zoom. And then we'll take it from there. Anyway, you guys have a nice weekend. Be safe trading and talk to you soon. Thanks.